mm,
In fact, I was talking to someone who is pretty much on top of what is happening politically in our community, and she was not aware that these agreements were being signed. Now, interestingly enough, there are some counties, because
mm.
we have counties in our state. There are some counties where those sheriffs have chosen not to sign the agreements, but there are many counties, including the one that I live in, where our sheriff has wholeheartedly just embraced, yes, ICE come in and do whatever you want. And so what we are seeing here that Americans and any person who's living here in the US or even outside of the US, because we clearly see Trump doesn't just intend to be dictator of the United States, he wants to be dictator of the entire universe.
Yep.
Um, what we should be very concerned about is that with ICE, he's basically creating his own personal Gestapo, if you will. It's his own personal force
Mm,
that is beholden to him, not
mm.
Congress, not any other governing or body of oversight. They do what he says. And apparently at this time, the purses are completely open to funding ICE
Nice.
initiatives. So
Wow.
we're talking about $50,000 sign-on bonuses. And we recently saw where, by her own terminology, a left leaning journalist said she went in and applied to become an ICE officer. And she said her interview was all of like 6 minutes. She told them she could not pass a drug test. She took one anyway. And she didn't follow up on some other things that they had asked of her.
But
And
they still.
yes, she
Mm,
was immediately hired. And so they're throwing money at a lot of people. They are spending billions of dollars right now on surveillance tools. But
pun
this is the
intended.
same country that is cutting healthcare benefits,
Mm,
that is gutting public education, that will not pay teachers,
mm.
that quote unquote had to reduce the forces of our federal employees,
Mhm.
including a federal emergency response, the FEMA group,
FEMA.
right?
Yep.
And so that when people are having very serious events happening, we actually do not have a properly running group right now to respond to those emergencies. In light of all of this, there is nothing that ICE needs or wants that is not being funded and thrown at them. It's quite interesting to see. Um, and it is spreading throughout the land. So I'm in a red state, and we know they've been targeting quote unquote blue states
Mm,
and areas that have quote unquote blue mayors and so on and so forth that have a lot of people of color,
mm.
but actually they are infiltrating everywhere. And Trump is setting up, in my opinion, and go back to Project 2025, he's setting up an apparatus to completely take over this country in more ways than one.
Wow.
And we're silent.